we find ourselves here in a hope, in prayer. We're right here, find ourselves in prayer. We find ourselves here in hope, in prayer. We're right here and we rise. All of the children rise. Elders with wisdom rise. Ancestors surround us rise. In hope, in prayer, we find ourselves here. In hope, in prayer, we're right here. In hope, in prayer, we find ourselves here. In hope, in prayer, we're right here and we rise. Up from the wreckage, rise. With tears and with courage, rise. Fighting for life, we rise. In hope, in prayer, we find ourselves here. In hope, in prayer, we're right here. In hope, in prayer, we find ourselves here. In hope, in prayer, we're right here and we rise. Humbly hearted, rise. Won't be divided, rise. With spirit to guide us, rise.
Good morning, everyone. It's so good to see your name here and so good to, excuse me, I'm sorry. I have to
This is the
stop.
bariatric gelatin bedtime recipe.
Sorry. Oh my goodness. I let the sound go on too long. Forgive me. Okay, here we are this Thursday morning, or whenever you're watching this. We are here in presence to sit together, and it's such a beautiful, beautiful thing to be able to do with you in community, alone together, to be able to connect with breath. And when we connect with breath, it really it does a lot of things. Not only is it good for the upper respiratory system, but it also is wonderful for calming the parasympathetic nervous system and just connecting to all things that are healthy and good for us. And this morning for us, I pulled the Page of Wands. And this is a message of awakening. And it's about a light that's about to shine, a talent rising. The message is you are good enough, you are whole enough, you are wise enough, you are productive enough, you are enough. And further, the mission, if you choose to accept it, is awaken the brilliance and rise. And that's why I was playing We Rise, a song by Batya Levine, to have this sense of rising into ourselves, rising into our power, rising into our true natures and into our true star. our true sun, our true guiding light. So, there are two things that I'd like to do for our breath work today. One is only if you have a lot of breath work, and certainly not if you have high blood pressure or if you're pregnant or if you're dealing with something in your lungs. And I may not even be able to do it since I've been carrying this upper respiratory thing with me for about 10 days. So I'm not sure, but I was called to rise it up because of the message of the card, and that is breath of fire. And that simply, and again, only do this if you feel up to it. It is letting the inhales be passive, but the exhales are forced out of your nose with each breath. And this is a breath of fire to rise energy, to rise warmth, to rise confidence. And it's simply you breathe in passively and when you're in labor, I tell you to do the breath of fire through your mouth. But in a pranayama practice, you do it through the nose. And each time you force a breath out, the inhale passively and wholly fills you again. And again, this is just for your use during meditation if you want to. And again, you can see with me, I need a tissue to be able to do it. But it's just a reminder that we can rise our energy up through the breath of fire. And we'll introduce it again in the midpoint of the sit. And the other breath is sort of the opposite. It's calming the nervous system, and this is called the humming bee breath. And you just allow the breath to fall in, and then you release it with closed mouth and a gentle humming sound. Mm. 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 And you can do these together. You can do a few breaths of fire. Mm. Mm. And then some humming bee breaths, or just one, or just the other, or neither. These are just offerings to call your mind back to the breath when we're in our sit. And our sit, which is focused on awakening the brilliance and rising, but calmly and gently, because wherever we are and whatever time it is, right now, it's morning and the sun is up, and we are beginning this practice together. So the sound of the bell encourages us to let the eyes flicker closed, reduce or completely let go of our sense of sight, waking up the other senses, taste, smell, hearing. What's the furthest away sound you can hear this morning? And what's the nearest? And now focusing on the sense of touch, just gently scanning the body to see what's what. A gentle, loving inventory from the inside. Where are things light? Where are things holding? Where are things tight? Where are things open? How does the fabric that's touching our skin feel? Now just focusing on the lower part of the body if you're sitting up, or the full body if you're laying down. Notice connection with the earth, resting here in Earth's gravitational hug, completely allowing the earth to hold us here, and feel that connection to her through your legs and feet, through your seat. Feel that ground. And connecting with your tailbone, if you want to imagine a grounding cord dropping through the layers of your building, the layers of the earth, all the way to the fiery core of the planet, grounding you to the Great Mother. And then allowing the spine to grow up from the tailbone like a mighty tree, long and strong, through low back, mid back, upper back, neck, all the way up to the base of the skull, the seventh vertebrae of the cervical spine, up this long trunk and this long neck to the head. Shoulders can roll up and then back, falling down the spine, resting like the wings of a beautiful resting bird. And from those shoulders hang these arms, loose and open, with the palms facing up for connection to spirit, facing down for connection to ground, facing up for a more receptive pose, facing down for a more active one. The jaw is released, the eyes are released, and the whole front body is resting back towards the spine, chin resting back towards neck, heart resting between shoulders, ribs melted back towards the mid-spine, and belly button resting back to the low back, lengthening the low back. And as this strong, long, open vessel rests here on the earth, we turn our attention to breath. Beautiful, life-giving breath flowing into the body and out of the body, and just watching it now. Fill the torso, then release, then perhaps stay empty for just a breath. Or maybe not a breath, just a moment, just a touch, feeling that empty space, that still small silence between breaths. Feel your breath, taste your breath from the inside. Feel the gentle massage as the breath presses against muscles and bones. Let go of all you don't need. And if you want to practice a fire breath, really pushing the breath out the nostrils with the use of the abdomen, so the core muscles are strong and they're doing the work. The inhales are passive. Only do this if it feels right and good for your body this morning, and never for too long. And if you want, we can practice the humming bee breath, breathing in through the nose and humming breath out. Mm. 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 You can also use any other breathing technique that you have that feels good, just to call the mind back to the breath when she wanders away. As we sit here, grounded, alone together, rising, awakening our brilliance, just one breath at a time. As we gently approach the midpoint of the sit, we gently check in with our awakening brilliance, that sense of rising up into radical self-love. Feeding in some deeper breaths now. Full breaths in through the nose. If you want a side breath out through the mouth, you can. Or take a Ujjayi breath. Or just a great big sigh. Just releasing any tension that is holding in your body, in your breath, letting go, going deeper, utilizing the breath of fire or the hummingbee breath or both or none. Just take a great deep breath in love of yourself and your spirit rising, your energy rising, your inner fire burning. One big breath for that. And then a second breath for connection with divine source, with the great mystery, whatever that is for you. Just one big breath for what's out there above and beyond our own experience of living. A big breath for a prayer to the universe or to whatever deity we imagine, just larger than our own life. And perhaps another big breath for the people and the animals and the creatures and the neighbors and the other living beings in the world around us. And we just sit with that awakening brilliance, that courageous generosity, quietly, easily, one breath at a time. In the last few minutes of our sit, again, deepen the breath, release the muscles and bones, connect with that awakening, that brilliance inside of you. Perhaps it's a light, perhaps it's an energy. And if you'd like, in these last few minutes, as you allow deeper breaths to flow through you, contemplating that a sense of awakening your brilliance. If you'd like, we can work with mudra. You can start with Anjali Mudra and keep your eyes closed and stay inside the meditation. If you just want to make a prayer position with your hands and press your thumbs into your heart center, gently massaging it, feeling the power of those hands along with the power of your breath, deepening and flowing in and out. And if you'd like, you can, keeping the pinky and thumbs together, you can open out the other fingers in a lotus mudra, stretching this opening up to your heart. And as if there were magnets in the middle of your palm, you can press your palms back together into Anjali Mudra and just bow your head, if you'd like, towards your hands, thanking yourself for taking this time to connect with breath, to connect with this awakening brilliance inside of you. And whenever you like, you can raise the head, drop the hands, and just take one more delicious, huge, beautiful breath. The sound of the bell invites you to open your eyes, to let them flutter open, to let the light of the day, the light of your candles, the light of your electric lamps flow in to your eyes and through your heart, helping to awaken that brilliance, to give you a beautiful, beautiful day, always dropping into breath whenever you want and need to. Practicing throughout the day this radical self-love. And God willing, I'll see you here again tomorrow.
All you need is love, 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 love. All you need is 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 love, 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 love. All you step into the moment, let yourself free now. All you need is love, and you find your way. All you need is a little bit of love inside of you. Carry it like a light, I say. And this love will carry you through.